Hey there YouTube, Blazeathunder, bringing you another episode, this time on Final Fantasy Valentines Special Featured Summon. We got 3 of our units already, Marie, Cupid Luna, and Cupid Artemios. We're going to be talking further about these units if you should pull for them, so without further ado, let's get this started. We're going to start off with a 3-star base, Cupid Luna, going up to 5 stars, so that's really good. She's going to have a Limit Burst, Dark Physical Damage, 2.5 multiplier to one enemy. Not bad, okay. Her weapons are going to be bow and a gun. That's not really good, but she's a bowman, so that's fine. So let's just use bows with her. She's going to have 2 interesting passives. Spirit Slayer and Man-Eater. Increase your damage to fairies and humans 50%. Pretty good. And Nightwalker. It's going to increase your dark resist 25% and give you attack and match 20%. Really good. And if that wasn't enough, we're going to have Relentless, so it gives you attack and match 50%, even better. And if that wasn't enough, we're going to have 10% attack and 20% HP. So for a 5-star base going to 5 stars, she's actually pretty good. She's going to have lots of buffs. She might be one of the best currently. Not sure. We're going to have to see later on, but she might be better than Agrius already. Her Eldritch Air is going to counter magical attacks 40% with Dark Reverie, and that's going to be Dark Hybrid damage 2.2, and ability to confuse the enemy 30%. So not bad, pretty good. Let's move on to her damage. It's going to be Twilight Bow, physical damage 2.5, and decrease light resist by 40% for 3 turns to one enemy. That's going to be really good, and if you have a team of units who lower attacks or have some sort of light kind of damage, like Excalibur for example, that's going to help you out. Now we have Rupture Shot, Dark Hybrid damage with a multiplier of 3 to decrease defense and spirit 40% for 3 turns to one enemy, also really nice. And pair of shots, Dark Hybrid damage, another 3 times multiplier to decrease attack and match by 40% for 3 turns, also really good. And Shadow Barrage, now this is better than Barrage. Well, not exactly better, but it's going to be dark physical damage, still the same multiplier to random enemies. So if you're facing someone who has low dark damage, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be great. It's going to be doing lots of damage, and it's pretty much the same as Barrage, just dark version. So overall, Luna looking pretty good. Next on the banner, we're going to talk about our 4-star base going to 6 stars, Cupid Artemios, finally coming out with a limit burst of light physical damage 3.1 to one enemy, and that's at 6 stars. He's going to be able to do that damage, just the principle of it first. And it's really interesting because he's going to be doing light damage instead of dark damage when you're comparing it to Luna, who's doing all dark damage. So that's really cool. Main weapons are going to be a bow, throwing weapon, and a dagger. That's nice. You most likely want to equip something like a bow, but if you want to do dual wield, you're going to do throwing weapons and dagger. That's pretty much the gist of it. Passives are Beast Hunter, Undead Vanquisher, and Demon Slayer. That's going to give you 50% more damage to their unique counterparts. So that's demons, undeads, and beasts, no matter what you have equipped. So that's kind of confusing, but that's what's going to happen. Now with a bow, you're going to get 75% more damage. With throwing weapons, 30% attack, and with dagger, 30% attack as well. So that's really nice. Sun Blessed Warrior is going to give you 25% to attack and defense, while Sun Cupid is going to give you light resist to 25% and 100% resist to poison, blind, sleep, and confuse. Very nice, very nice. Now he's going to have a HP of 30%, and Zealous, which is auto regen, so that's going to be awesome. Now Rose Custodian is a half and a half. It's a chance to protect one female ally. That's most likely only your healer, or if you have a Mountain Speed equipped. It's an interesting passive, not really the best since he can't really take a hit unless you try to build him tanky. That's going to take away from his damage. Next is going to be Brilliance Aura, counter physical damage 50% with Blinding Bolt, light damage 0.8, and blind 50% of one enemy. It says blink on there, but that's just a typo. We're still not done. He's also going to have Amp Up, increase attack and match 80% for 2 turns to one ally. So even our supports are going to give us a 40%, a 50% buff to all our allies, but Artemios with his Amp Up is going to give one ally a nice attack boost of 80% for 2 turns. So that's pretty good. It's up to you if you want to use it. Now he's going to have Sunbeam, magic damage 1.2, and a blind to 30% to all enemies. A Flash Barrage, 4 light physical damages to random enemies, and now that's a multiplier of 4. That's better than 3.2, which is any barrage or the other barrage that Luna has, so that's really nice. A Sunbloom Bolt, light physical damage with a multiplier of 3, and decreased dark resist for 40% for 3 turns to one enemy, so that's okay. And then Lux Mana, which is light physical damage 2.5, and decreased dark resist 35% to all enemies. So overall, pretty good character. Unit, I should say. Last but not least, we're going to be talking about Marina. Now, she's a Final Fantasy Brave Exvius character, not from Final Fantasy 2. I said in the last video she was most likely from number 2, but I still believe that number 2 is going to be coming out soon. That's Final Fantasy number 2 with Varian. So Anyway, she's a 5-star base going to 6 stars. That means you have to get it from a rainbow or crystal, so that's going to be really nice, rainbow crystal. And her limit burst is going to be reflect 100%, 1 magic spell taken for 2 turns to all allies, so pretty much a carbuncle, but as a unit, so that's really nice. A passive of 30% spirit and MP and outer refresh, so that's every turn she's going to get MP 5%. That's really, really good for any support or anybody really. Punishment, now this is really nice, and also your guardian. These are going to be a little confusing, but I'm going to explain it the best way I can. For punishment, it's going to counter physical attacks. She has a 30% chance to counter with this. 25% to decrease fire, water, or ice, wind, or lightning and earth, or light and dark. 50% for 3 turns to all enemies. So that means it's going to decrease their fire or water, their ice or wind, or lightning or earth, or light and dark. They're resistant 50%, but it's a 25% chance for any of these for 3 turns. And the same is going to be for your guardian. It's going to counter magic attacks 30%, sorry. And then she's going to increase fire and water, or ice and wind, or lightning and earth, or light and dark resistant, which is 70%, really, really good for 3 turns to all allies, and that's a 25% chance to happen for each one of those. So that's really, really good. It's going to be interesting to see how it plays out though, because I'm not sure, like if you get hit with a fire ability, you might probably get ice and wind, which you probably don't need, but that's still pretty nice to have at least a buff come out of nowhere as a counter, so that's really, really good. Abilities, Lovely Guard, 3 turn resistant for 100%. Now that's for blind, sleep, and silence. That's really nice. Focus, magic, and spirit, 40% for 3 turns to all allies. It's a great buff. Prism Veil, it's all element resist. For 30% and resistance to 100% chance of sleep and silence. That's really good as well. We're gonna have dual cast to pretty much help our allies twice a turn, so that's gonna be really nice. And Love You All, which is going to be elemental resist for 50% for all elements for 3 turns. So overall, Marie's really, really good. That's not only it actually, she has all the bar spells, so that means she can protect you from all these ice, water, fire, thunder, earth, all of them. And she also has another reflect move that only lasts 1 turn for 1 ally, but still, it's still pretty good. She's going to be a great character. She's going to be one of the greatest supports for a really, really long time. So if you get her, good job. Should you pull for the featured summon Valentine special? Yes, you should pull for these units. Both Cupids are really interesting, and they have their own TMs, which you most likely might not get if you're only going to pull once. But as a free-to-play player, just get them once. Get them once, you'll be done. You'll have them in your inventory, and they're really, really good characters. Marie, however, is going to stay. She's going to be able to stay. You're going to be getting her from 5-star crystals, so she's going to be really, really interesting. And she gets an enhancement later on. This is going to make her better. I believe she gets a heal, able to heal your character, so she's going to be a really good support and heal at the same time. As far as Cupid Luna and Cupid Artemios go, I'm not sure if they get enhancements yet. They might, but not sure because JP hasn't had them yet, and they're limited exclusive for us only for Global. So other than that, you should pull for them. They're really, really good units. They do really, really good damage, and Luna's pretty much one of the best 5-star bases I've seen in a while. I think she probably most likely takes a spot of Agrius. I know Agrius can break and all that, but she's also really, really good. She has lots of attack buffs, even though she can only equip a bow, and that's one problem. Having a bow, you can't really dual wield with bows. That's a problem, but other than that, they're really, really good characters, really good units, and yes, you should pull. If you liked the video, don't forget to like, subscribe if you want to see more. If you have any questions, just leave them down below in the comment section and I'll answer them as fast as I can. Other than that, have a good one, good luck in your pulls, and see you next time.